This morning the dogs and I are walking at Lord Hill Regional Park. So some of you might know my husband broke his leg on our last bicycle trip, so I've been trying to stay closer in so that I'm not gone as long with the driving time, and that way I can help him if he needs help, but I still got to get out and get those hikes in. We parked in the north parking lot and we are just walking towards where the trails branch off, and the dogs wouldn't stop crying because they were eager to get going. So I'm going to show you the map when we get to that T junction, because I couldn't get in any video of the map at the trailhead. I'm at the north parking lot, which I think I just said, and it has a privy as well as the informational signs. And it also has a horse trailer parking lot, because a lot of these trails are also used by horses. And there's a lot of mountain bike trails in here as well. It's a really great multi-use park. Look at all those maple leaves. This is the Saturday after Thanksgiving. Okay, I am at this T junction and I'm going to look at the map. I am 0.42 miles in from the parking lot. So there's a few of these maps set up around the area, which are really convenient. So we parked up here. We parked up here and walked in. We're right here, and we're going to take the mainline trail out. We're going to take the mainline trail out, and I think we're going to go all the way to the pipeline cutoff and do a loop here. But we might come back out and do some more depending on how far we get. A lot of people go to Beaver Lake. And you can also go down to the Snohomish River, which I actually haven't done yet here. But that leads to a lot of different choose your own adventure type loops. So at the T junction, I turn right and I am heading down the main trail. As you can tell, this is a pretty wide multi-use trail. A lot of the main trails here are more like gravel roads in a way. But they're still beautiful, and despite the heavy use, there's enough space here that you still get that sense of solitude quite often. All right, we are at 1 mile. And I was going to take the pipeline cutoff trail, but I've decided to come down further along the main trail. We're going to just kind of make this up as we go, and then afterward I'll show you on the map where we went. The forest is all misty and cool looking out here. I'm at 1.3 miles in. Still on the main trail, and I think I'm heading for the river trail. About 1.5 miles in. This area was the most recently logged, I believe I read. That's why what we're seeing mostly here are the red alders, because they grow back first. And we aren't seeing a lot of the same understory that we see in the other parts of this park. The ferns are just a little more thinned out. It's just a more open looking forest. 1.76 miles, and I am going to go to the right to the river trail. And I think I might try to come back on this river cutoff trail. Behind me is the main trail. I'm just about at 2 miles. Still enjoying our forested walk. Still on the river trail. You can hear traffic pretty steadily. It's not super loud, but you can hear it. I think it's Highway 522. Big old boulder here, covered with moss. We're heading down the hill. We're winding down a bit. We are at 2.16 miles in from the parking lot. And I think, so I see these benches here, but it looks like a trail. And I'm wondering if that is the river cutoff trail that I'm going to take on my way back. We'll check it out. It says river trail, so I think this is just our trail. Yep. River trail, half mile. So there's a road that goes to the right, and I don't see a marking for it. I'm not sure where that one goes. But right now, we're going this way. And I am happy to see that this is changing to an actual trail from a dirt road, because I do prefer those. Okay, so I'm at a junction, and we are going to go to our right. I believe that's the river trail. It didn't look like it was marked, but I see, if I look this way, it says 0.2 to the main trail. So we're going to come back that way. For now, we are just going to go. Sorry for spinning. Oh, here we go. I didn't see this one either. 0.4 river trail. We're just over 2.5 miles in from the parking lot. And I am starting to see the river through the trees. That's the Snohomish River in front of us. I'm 2 3/4 miles in, and this river trail just terminates right here on the banks of the Snohomish River. A pretty little beach. God, it's beautiful. .21, and we're back to that junction. So I'm going to take this little spur up where it says main trail 0.2. 3.33. The trail now goes to the left and to the right, but I don't see it marked again. Last time I didn't see the markings. I found signs, but I'm not seeing them this time. So I'm not sure which way to go to the main trail, but I'm going to choose left, because that is ultimately, I think, the direction I'm going anyway. We will find out. Woohoo! Back to a junction I recognize. This is exactly where I hope to come out. I just came out of this river cutoff trail. Where I went before was that river trail to our left. And so now we are going to go up this little spur to the main trail, which I see the signs for ahead. And then I'll be making a left and going back the way that I came for now. Okay, we're back to right across from where the road goes up to the West View Trail. And we're at the sign, and we're going to check it out, because maybe this is the one we went on last time that cut down to the Mid-View Trail. But no guarantees. But it sure is pretty, so we're gonna try it. Okay, well, I took a different trail than I thought I was going to, but this one is going in the same direction or similar direction. So I think it's actually going to cut into the Midway Trail, and I'm really enjoying this forest walk, so we will just enjoy it. And every time we will go a different direction when we come out here and see new things. We are at 5 miles and we've just come back to one of the main trails. I believe it's the pipeline here, but I'm not 100%. It might be part of the main trail. And we're going to the left because we are real close to that very first T we came off of. So we'll be making a right and going that 0.4 or 0.5 back to that north parking lot. What a great hike. 5.03, so not even a tenth of a mile from where that midway trail came back in. And we are turning to go towards the parking lot. All right, so this is what I did. I started out from the main north parking lot down to the main trail. I followed the main trail around to the river trail, which kind of winds this way and goes right down to the Snohomish River. Then I followed the river cutoff trail back to the main trail. What I wanted to do once I got to the main trail was to take this pipeline cutoff and go down the midway trail to Hidden Pond. But I second guessed myself here and ended up going down a little further and actually took Wayne's World, which came out in the same place I would have if I'd cut through the other way, back onto this Beaver Lake Trail, which is almost right by where I came in onto the main trail, then back out. I did 5.47 miles round trip and 957 feet of elevation gain. A lot of the elevation loss and gain was through this part as you work your way down to the Snohomish River. It was a beautiful day out, and as you can see, I barely scratched the surface.